I love you did this after the show like that. I think it's super cool, and you can really be yourself and say the things that you need to say, and I love that.
It's very therapeutic. I have to say, everyone that has been on so far, it gives us the time, like, on the show, we go like, we're like talking, and then like you go in and out, and we have to focus on what we have to do. And
Yeah,
this gives people just enough time to let it all out, and
true. It is a very lonely place because everybody looks at you as you are invincible. You
mhm.
have everything, and you should never bitch about anything. But we just like other humans. We're going through life. The ups and downs are every day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And under a microscope, so maybe it's a little
Oh,
bit
a
more
little bit
pressure.
better. Yeah, yeah. You and I cannot say the things that sometimes we would love to say. It's
Yeah,
the world we live in. So we
right.
have to adapt to
Well,
it
I
and
think
just
I think I've been saying a lot actually, and I haven't gotten
you
the
you you
best
did, you
percent.
did.
And I
I'm
continue
listening. I'm
to.
like,
I continue to.
nothing but the truth here. When I want to tell the truth and I know it's dangerous, I will say, should I plead the fifth? That's what I'm gonna say.
No, not on this
But
podcast.
not in this podcast. Let's go then.
Take me and my listeners, I guess going back to Sex in the City, right? The audition process. Now, what did that entail exactly? Because I've never even asked you this. I'm curious.
Yeah. So, oh my God, what happened is I was
Tell me
driving
the
a little.
truth.
Yeah, yeah. So honestly, I did the opposite of the other guys. And when the callback happened, the first time I ever took a first flight to New York, I turned the chair to pretend the chair was the back of a female that I was having fun with, yet wearing only a jock strap in front of like 10 executives.
You
Yeah, me, super shy. I'm like, oh no. So I did what I need to do. I get all blurry. So
wait, the
when I
jock
act
strap. What color was it?
white, I never wore one. When they told me that, I didn't understand what they meant. So I was trying to understand what they meant, and then went to a place, some Big Five, and bought one. It was the most uncomfortable thing of all
Bye.
time. I bought a jog strap at Big Five, and it started my career.
Oh my God. Thanks to Big Five. They should now give you free jock straps for life.
Yeah, yeah. Those things, I wore this, and then I never wore it again. It's
Right, because
odd.
you guys don't do that in France.
No, not really. No, no. The only time I ever wore this is because it was to protect my things when I'm sparring Muay
Of course,
Thai.
or dancing, we call it dance belt.
Oh,
Oh, I guess you
see,
didn't see, you didn't
no.
wear that. You were free balling. Anywho, going back to the audition. Okay.
The guy
Yeah.
who the guy who was holding my towel was named John. I will never forget. He was a boom guy with a long ZZ Top beard. Over me, I'm in the shower because you see what's behind the scene. And then this guy is holding the towel, and he looks in my eyes. He said, "Don't worry, the first towel drop is the worst. Then it's cool." And he dropped the towel. He shrunk a bit. It's
What?
okay. I'm going to tell you the PTSD of that. The one time I got one of the most shit ever is because of you, Cheryl.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I heard you're. We can say everything here, right? Okay, good.
Anything.
Check this out. One time you were getting so much fucking hate. I'm sure Burke, he's gaining whatever the weight.
Yeah, no, it was the weight thing. Yeah.
I open my mouth. I say, if I'm going to say it again, I'm going to
I
get
know.
pulverized again. If every woman looks like Cheryl Burke, I'll be fine. And I just say that because honestly, what the hell anybody was talking about?
You came into my life at a time where I needed you the most, because like it was coming off of that weight where I was being plastered on every magazine cover, on like literally I turn on the television and they're talking about my weight. You talk about PTSD,
Yeah.
still going through it. And then it was with you, and you brought out the best in me as far as like my work goes, and I was able to like prove myself again, I guess, and it was
Yeah,
a
you killed
really
it.
vital time for me, so thank you.
You were truly, I mean, I know people out there know that. Cheryl Burke is a mad professional. I've never danced a day in my existence. And I never
Jill,
danced.
shut up.
Think about it. For me, it was
Jill,
like,
you were
if
so good. I mean,
but you tell me, like, dude, the first 2 days, cha cha cha, I was like,
no,
again,
you
boom,
were
my
not.
wife's like,
Jill. I know exact. Believe me, I've had 24 partners. Like, okay, and you were okay. look, we were able to work on the detail. And I just heard an interview with that you did maybe a couple of years ago, but I just heard it like a few days ago. And you said in this interview that you would rent a studio and you would go, Gilles, we were
So what are
already
we doing?
practicing for so many hours.
So Cheryl is a monster of dedication, and she doesn't want to leave a word to the unknown. If I don't do it well, I don't do it well. Ping, ping, ping. All learn from the best on earth, a thing that I will never be able to even think about doing it to have as a craft. You gave me dancing. Nobody else did that. Do I love dancing? Did I maybe have some rhythm because I loved going to the club when I was 10? For sure. But you gave me the understanding of the speaking part of dancing through your movement. You gave me dancing, and that I can never thank you enough. I was going to LA Fitness, and this guy that I knew then, there's no classes at 10 p.m. The LA Fitness then was open 24 hours. So I was sneaking in the dancing with, the poles in the middle. That's shut the light, close my eyes.
This was after rehearsal. You would do this, like after our 8-hour rehearsal. After Sex in the City, you were basically named the sexiest man alive for People magazine, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Was it after Sex in the City or after Dancing with the Stars?
It was after you, my love.
Oh, well, you're welcome. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you should. Okay. We had that thing without having that thing.
Chemistry.
The world was like,
no, for sure. Everyone thinks I definitely jumped your bones. And it's
stop being violent with your word towards Cheryl. She's a beautiful being. Enough. Now, if I say that, I'm sure in jail.
No, now there's no way. First of all, my weight wouldn't be the center of any cover of magazines now.
Yeah,
not
because
today.
now they will realize, the media will also realize that they are the one who investigate.
Well, they would get canceled, like straight up. You don't talk about anyone's weight. Like, did you
thought,
feel like stripped naked a little bit? Not literally. You've already done that. But like,
yeah,
I meant like,
before.
Because you are an actor. And this is what I've always said, that with actors, I find that there is something that is difficult that I find during rehearsals, for example, versus an athlete. It's the fact that the whole, I guess what people's impression, right? Like they're very aware of the camera, but they're not used to the camera, like as well, like capturing this reality, because you also, as an actor, because I married one, no longer married, but I married one. And I remember it's like this whole persona, right? That like, you don't want to reveal too much. And yet you sign up for a show like Dancing with the Stars, you shouldn't do that. Then you shouldn't sign up for dancing if you're not ready to be completely vulnerable and be ready to just have ups and downs. Because if you try to hide it behind the glitter, it ain't going to work for you in your favor.
No, for sure. You can smell it from a mile when someone is not himself. You can only have positive memories of these moments. The first time I did it, I was really like worried about doing the second time. Like
All-Stars.
I didn't want to do that at all. And then when they say,
what do you mean? The show, had you watched Dancing with the Stars at all?
One night, a friend of mine said, "Man, you gotta see that hottie, man. Look at that, man." He put that TV and Kelly Monaco is on. I'm like, oh yeah.
The first season.
That was it. For a minute, I watched it and that was it. You know what, Cheryl? When I did Dancing with the Stars, everything hit the fans, right? Popularity worldwide went like, oh my God, you know that more than anyone. Next thing you know, I still lived in that little one bedroom with a big window.
On Laurel Canyon? Is it Laurel Canyon?
Close to Laurel Canyon.
Yeah.
Where literally people could walk in and see me inside.
Really?
So thank you again. I moved out right after that.
Oh, good. I thought you were still there. Okay.
I needed to thank you many times.
Oh.
That's one of them. I moved from my little one bedroom to a beautiful home.
I'm so happy. First of all, I love you and your family so much. Like I think look, when you started doing this whole like Hollywood life of yours, right? Like I don't think it wasn't known in the beginning, hence why there were rumors about us that you were married with a beautiful wife with Carol. Like I don't think it was publicly, maybe not as talked about. I don't know if that was an intentional thing or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. But like let's just tell everyone we definitely had chemistry. Like either you can't teach that. Like you either have it with someone or you don't. And it was hot. Like it was what you
There's no way not to love you, Cheryl. You know that if a man is around you, I mean, I extremely, like if I can, say something about myself is because every day dancing next to you, not simple. I'm still a dude. Every week when my package was showing, it was, look at this little idiot, so much in love with America. He was making fun of, I mean, if you, please do me a favor, if you go back to it, you look at it and say, oh, they really want him gone. Every time there was a video about me or something negative, the entire season, I never felt like something's wrong here. I'm going to step aside a bit because when we rehearse, they're waiting for a moment of like, to put that in, to really make that.
So they manipulated your packages, is what you're saying.
On my father too, and I never lie about this. It was
that was more for
even
all
my
stars?
wife was saying, I hope they kick you out tomorrow because every time I watch this package, I know it's not you. I know this is not you. Oh, it was tough. The second time over, I didn't even want to talk about it. My first time was the best. We're going to
talk about it. It's not all rhinestones and glitter and smiles, right? Like really. No. And it's okay though, because we're both, and I can say this as well for you, that like we're in gratitude, right? Like I had it changed my freaking life. Yeah. But with that also is the other things that we're talking about that I feel also the fans should also listen to and want to know about. For many years, decades, they've been asking, and I think that, but it still goes back to, let's just be clear how much gratitude we're in for giving us this platform and the opportunity. Absolutely. It's like a family, right? We don't always get along, and that's just the way it is, period.
Just like a knife, there's one side that is dull and the other side cut sharp. Did I want you the second time?
Really? I didn't. I heard different.
Well, of course you're going to hear different. You hear it from me. Of course.
I heard you actually did not mind.
Oh, wow. The show had changed from that 09 to 12. And now, listen, either you do the strictly ballroom type of things, where in 2009, if my heel was coming out of the floor, I'm a 9. I'm a 9, Cheryl. I was not making a mistake.
Oh, yeah, but also you were so good. They have to say something.
They had to, whatever it is. So I'm a perfectionist. I just loved it. I wanted to people.
I know, you loved it too much.
Cheryl.
Gilles, though, like you don't understand. You were on a league of your own still to this day. My listeners are going to say this bullshit. He had no dance experience.
Yeah, they can try to.
Really, you've never danced. Just I know the answer, but you've never danced before.
Not once. Well, did I date someone who danced before?
Yes. That doesn't matter.
Okay. I thought.
Well, just because you sleep with a dancer doesn't mean you are a dancer.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. I thought so.
When did this show turn from fun to competitive for you?
It became more competitive when you get to that semifinal.
We have an amazing track record. We didn't get lower than like 9s, I swear, like from week 2. Like it was just solid. You were solid. And obviously people were putting their money on you. Like it was just the way it is. And then, you've got Shawn Johnson, who's like America's sweetheart. Obviously, she's an Olympian. Then you've got Melissa Rycroft, who just got her heart broken on ABC, The Bachelorette, right? So you're like, I was thinking, well, we better come out and do the best we can as far as dance quality goes, because they've got that other vote, I was always thinking like, okay, well, no matter what, all we can do is do what we can control, which is our movement and our practice and all of it. Hence why I was so hard on you. But I was hard on you because of your
I don't want any other way. By the way, you can yell at me all day long. I would love you.
I wasn't yelling. I don't yell.
No. Yeah, you didn't. You didn't.
Yeah, I'm silent but
like,
deadly. Silent but deadly.
You did exactly what you need to do to make me want to do more.
You really brought out the best in me as far as like work. I had to remind people again that I'm a professional dancer, because it had been season 3 was the last time I won. And even that wasn't dancing to my ability.
Yeah.
I'll never forget Carrie Ann saying after our Argentine tango, it was one of the best still to this day dances in the history of the show. Yeah. From then on, I'll never forget Carrie Ann said, I didn't know which one was the pro and which one was the celebrity.
To me, that is maybe the best compliment you can get.
Really?
From you to hear that, as I'm putting myself in the pro shoes. I'm like, I did this.
I don't know why. A lot of people don't think that that's the case.
That's silly, because to me you made me want to look like a pro. I'm going to say it. I may be wrong, Cheryl, and you can rectify me there. I believe it's much harder for a man.
Absolutely.
Okay. So the
A male
final,
celebrity than a female celebrity.
oh yeah, of course, the male celebrity. Because
Yeah.
a woman, if the guy is a Max or is a Derek, I learned that from them. People will compare me to the pro. I'm not the pro, guys. Give me a
But
break.
Gilles, they did
No
not.
breaks.
No one compared you to the pros. You think?
The man had that thing that now I could maybe portray because it takes time. They had that thing of really taking you into a whirlwind. You were helping me to go left or right. Then
Yeah.
people need to know I never led you. You
No,
always
that's
led me.
bullshit. No, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
A little bit.
That
On the
Argentine
shoulder.
tango was, I think, going back to the question of when did it get competitive, it was after that dance. And because the potential you had, you also, for Argentine tango, I didn't know as much anything really. I just knew how to fake it. I thought I didn't want to fake it. So I knew I was going into this dance as a student as well.
Yeah.
And you led me, Gilles.
Oh, wow. The first time I hear that.
No, but you had to, because there was no clear beat. In my head, I count to 8, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like 5, 6, 7, 8. And I didn't understand what the hell this was. Honestly, I was like, listen to the instruments. What like I wasn't listening to that nuances. Like
That's me. Yeah.
Right. Hence why you led me.
Wow, that's cool.
And
I have the
then-
best time in my life for this, for sure.
And do you remember when I had to sit you down for a second there after the semifinals?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So I'm going to go back to the question. When did it get competitive for you?
Then I will say Paso Doble.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I blew my
That shit was so good though.
you know that. I blew my
Huh?
I remember it was injecting me.
Rotator cuff?
Rotator cuff gone, clavicle gone. The clavicle was snapped in half, and the AC joint was an S floating around and I did the entire season with that.
Why didn't you say anything, Gilles?
I got a surgery 2 days after.
Stop it.
I had a full, complete reconstruction on my shoulder. I want to ask you a question because you may know that question, that answer. Who knows those numbers?
Look, all I know is this. I was in the Caribbean right after our season with my ex-boyfriend. I was so depressed. Yeah. And I remember Conrad calling me and telling me it was so close, Cheryl. Like it was so like by hundreds of votes. That is a quote.
That's crazy.
I had Melissa Rycroft on this podcast. And then, so she mentioned to me, mind you, she spoke highly of you, but then she said there was a change in you. When we would be rehearsing and like at CBS, you know, that hallway, that like you would stop basically being friendly with her and Sean.
With Sean?
With both of them. When we were heading into the finals, like when it was really like, oh my God, we were super like, you know, in it. You didn't change your personality or like your demeanor towards them. At all.
I felt in the second time for sure.
You did.
For sure.
Okay, wait, can you talk to me then about that? Like, first of all, the feeling knowing that we didn't win, how did you feel about that? Was that shocking for you? Were you sad?
Please watch again. The moment she wins, I explode in happiness. Why? She's a minor. Sean is a minor.
You weren't upset? Come on, I was upset. You weren't upset?
If I win against a 17-year-old, the world will have forgot me.
But our freestyle.
The freestyle. Take away the 9, put a 10, then make us win. I don't think they will have made me win. If they made me win, definitely I will not have the career I have today. Because everybody wanted to see me after that, Cheryl. Everybody, executive producer on TV shows, on movies, you know, because people were upset I didn't win, so they want to give me something, and that was the difference.
Oh, interesting.
Now nobody sees that, but when she won, you know, I was sweating so bad. I said, man, if you make me win now, I'm done. Give her all the props.
Wait, you had this mindset when we were standing there and with the heartbeat was heartbeating in the.
If they called me, I would have been so
wait,
happy and proud for you.
But your mind frame wasn't like that then.
No, I didn't care.
But how were you feeling right then and there when they were about to announce the winner?
I had a conversation with a lot of friends. They said, if you win this, you're done.
You never told me that.
No, because
you should have. Then All Stars happens, right?
Yeah.
I heard you requested PETA. Because I had 3 of my partners on the show. I had Emmett Smith, who had requested me supposedly. Drew Lachey.
That was it, maybe. Emmett Smith is a legend. If he says, I want this, he's going to get that.
But then I heard that you said that you didn't care if it was me.
Oh,
but
that's
that
fucking
you...
bullshit. Please bring me that person for my face.
I can't. I don't know. I'm not mentioning names. But
I'm
like,
telling you, why would I not want to win?
what was the biggest difference between us? Like teaching style?
Work.
The ethics?
With you?
Like the hours?
Of course, you also had someone that had like really 1.5 foot. People don't understand. I have rhythm. I can dance, but you need to teach me. And that, it was not like, oh, Gilles, can you do this now? I'm like, what do you mean a volta? I don't know what is that. It's like a meter for a battery? No. This is samba. I don't know. You taught me dancing. I was enamored with learning something new that was priceless. Max was like super hard with me on the Gangnam Style because he was tired and this, that. Are you kidding me? And every time I asked
what
them
do you
something,
mean? What do you mean he was hard on you?
Every time I ask what I want to do something, they say, oh, you shut up. You don't know. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know. But it was, you know how dancers are. So what am I going to say? I quit. I live. No. Then on the Monday night, that's what it shows. So I said nothing. No, it didn't help me. Every time I asked any guy something, they were looking at me. So you shut up. You're great. They never try to help me. You help me. You wanted me to look good. They didn't help me.
Do you regret doing All Stars?
Yes.
Why?
Because in one sentence, would have been canceled.
You would never get canceled, my friend.
I don't.
We're gonna move on to rapid fire, my friend. Yeah. Hold on to your seatbelt. This is gonna be a crazy one.
Hold on, I'm gonna get some carrot
You also
juice.
have so many freaking fan questions. Who pushed you harder in rehearsals? Most intimidating. Who had more fun during rehearsals? One word to describe your chemistry with me.
I was completely enamored with you.
Oh, Gilles.
From your professionalism to your dedication and to your life story.
One word for your chemistry with PETA. Most challenging dance style with me. How about with PETA? Who had the tougher critique, me or PETA? Okay, if looking back at both experiences you had on the show, what's the most valuable lesson you've learned?
That nothing is impossible. You just have to work at it.
If you could do a rematch and only redo our freestyle with what you know today about the show, what song and dance would you want to do for it?